Friday, October 31st, 2025. I'm in Norwich, Connecticut. Right now, it's Halloween. Jump on to 395 South. Whoa, this could have been a big mistake. Why are we stopping? Houston, we might have a problem. I'm not thrilled about what I'm seeing up here, but it's reality. Well, this would be interesting for the my videos that I do. I don't think I've ever been in a big traffic jam on the highway before in my videos. So obviously there's either road work, that's the most obvious explanation. An accident is a potential problem and potential explanation for what's going on here right now. So this will be the wind, cloud, Halloween traffic jam edition of one of my videos. Gonna have to decide whether to cut a lot of this out, or maybe I'll speed it up. I'll do some kind of a edit that speeds this up. Wow, now I'm actually seeing some drops of rain coming down. That could be a real... I mean, the whole shooting match is getting thrown at us today. We'll take it. It is what it is. It's the truth. What we are seeing in front of us is reality. 395 South is bumper to bumper, dead stop, 0 miles per hour traffic. And on the other side, 395 north, smooth sailing. I'm actually under a, what is called, I was going to say power lines, but I'm not sure. They're not very big wires. It could be power lines, but it's kind of minimal. Well, we're creeping ahead very slowly. I'm going to be curious to see exactly what is up. See, now this guy behind me is looking at his phone. I just don't want him to bash into me. That would be terrible. But I'm curious what this, what the situation is, exactly what is causing this. Sometimes you never find out. You get up and you don't see anything. But hopefully it's nothing dramatic, like an accident or, anything of that nature. Being Halloween, a lot of these people are probably trying to maybe get home, get to the store, or to a party, or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I have some time to kill here. It's not a big deal for me personally, but this is pretty wild. It's been a while since I've been in a bumper-to-bumper, frozen traffic situation. Wow, look at this. I get to move. I don't know. What was that? 20 feet. I think I'm going to leave this in untouched. And if you're not into it, just, fast forward. Just move this thing ahead. Wow, the guy behind me. He's emptying out his vehicle of, I think, coffee or whatever. He's some liquid back there. He's opened the door and just dumped out a massive, I don't know what it was. I say coffee, I have no idea. See, now would be a good time to throw up a drone. And see what's going on. But I'm going to leave this in. And I suggest, just pull this thing forward. Put your finger on the little thing below the video and slide it to the right to get past this traffic jam. But I'm starting to think whatever it is relatively serious, because road work, they have a tendency to at minimum have one lane going. They have to. I mean, this is a major roadway. Unless there's some big thing that's going to take 5-10 minutes, and they move, a giant beam for a bridge, or, I don't know what it would be, whatever. And they make the calculation that, this is a good time to do it. But I would think the longer we sit here, the more it points towards some form of accident, emergency situation, something really bad. I mean, I'm not hearing any sirens. Significant amount of traffic on 395 North right now. I mean, it just keeps, moving at a steady pace, but a lot of cars. Hopefully you can see that in the video. I'm not sure. I'm looking directly into this it's kind of sunny right now, but I mean, this could go down as, depending on your point of view of these drives. At the current moment, this is not categorized as a drive. This would be more in the guy sitting in a car talking category. All right, there's a tiny amount of movement here. Why, I have no idea. I mean, what is the anatomy of moving 20, maybe this time I move 30 feet and then come to a complete stop? What is the, what is that? Something happened that allowed, I don't know, several hundred, whatever the amount of car. I mean, I'm looking at my rear view mirror. This thing goes back as far as the eye can see. I would say thousands of cars, probably. What is the, mechanism that allows me to move 20 to 30 feet forward and then dead stop again? So, if we start moving, okay, I see cars moving a little bit up there. I mean, that indicates something is going on. I mean, I'm not going to get too excited here about, flying up the road at full speed. But, okay, we just moved maybe another I don't know, 80 feet. And things are starting to... It's hard to see. There's a bridge up ahead of me. Yeah, I'm going to keep this all... I'm not cutting this out of the video, unless the shadowing situation, but I'm going to keep this in because this is documentation of a traffic jam on 395. And I'm pretty much 100% sure that's never been documented before by anybody. Okay, here comes a tow truck. So there we go. It's an accident. This to the right. I don't know if you caught that vehicle going forward. That was a flatbed tow truck. So whatever it is requiring a tow truck to alleviate the traffic. Although we are moving, so what does the movement part mean? I don't know. But I'm going to keep this in the video. How many people document traffic jams? I mean, who would want to watch it? Nobody. I mean, the audience, wow, I'm going to go on YouTube and look up videos of people sitting in the middle of traffic jams, and I'm going to watch it for an hour. I mean, there's people out there that'll do that, that'll enjoy it. But it's a subgenre that, a subgroup of folks that are super nice people and very intelligent. I'm sure they're great. But it's not for everybody. I mean, it's not for everybody. Let's just, the audience for that type of content is on the lower end of the scale. Let's see, 2:31 p.m. So I don't know what time I kicked into this this traffic jam situation. Wow, get a load of this. We're actually I'm moving forward probably a couple hundred feet here. Significant. I'll park myself under this bridge. Interesting. Bunch of school buses. I wonder if they're loaded with kids. You get some school bus with one really unruly, out of control kid. I mean, what do you do? It's a tough situation. It's still wall-to-wall cars up there. I mean, well, I documented a lot of drives in 2025 this year, and I'm not done. I got plenty of time left, but this will be my first traffic jam. Virtual traffic jam. I could slice just the traffic jam out of this video and upload that as a on the ground live documentation of a traffic jam in Norwich, Connecticut. 395. I'm not going to do that, but I could. As we inch forward bit by bit, at some point we may have an explanation. If I see a bunch of, car parts, glass, windshield, maybe potential rear view mirrors and, just smashed pieces of vehicle on the side of the road, then we'll know the location, the advent of this. I don't know. Somebody will know. I mean, there'll be a timetable put together by some news organization or, people on Facebook. I mean, they driving down the road, they see something, they pop their phone up and record as it happens. So who knows? Good. You get a little bit of cloud cover there. See, I think it's kind of clearing up a little bit. I mean, directly way down in front of me, it's all clouds, but I'm looking directly above, it's all blue, so that's not great for me. This is going to end up being a really, really weird, unique video of some decent scenery in the beginning of the video, sitting through an entire traffic jam, and then cutting out significant pieces of video with shadowing that I don't like. When I say shadowing, I say, I'm specifically talking about my vehicle showing a shadow in front of it as it drives. Don't like it. It's too distracting. I mean, it's, I'm the guy doing the editing, so I can do what I want. Other people, leave it in. I prefer not to. See the truck in front of me? It's a Toyota Tacoma. See the shadow on the road below the vehicle as we start to pick up pace here a little bit. See the shadow under that Toyota directly in front of me on the road. If the sun is coming from the front, slightly to the right of me, so that's okay. I'm going into the sun. If my vehicle was turned around 180 degrees, that shadow would show in front of this car that I'm driving in right now. And I find it distracting and I don't like it. So if there's any of that in this video prior or upcoming, I will be slicing it out of the video. So I could be talking like I'm talking along right now, and all of a sudden, beep, whatever I said, and the narration of this video, there could be, assuming I do some editing, I think I will once I do any turns or anything. Like if I was coming back on 395 north, like those folks, it would be all shadowing. I can see right there, the shadowing. Now, there's probably ways for me to avoid that, and I'll try to, but I don't know. I don't have much, roads swerve and curve, and I don't have much control over. If I have to take a sharp left, that's it. I mean, I can't just pull over and back up down the middle of some road because I don't want to get a shadow. I mean, it's just not feasible. But we are moving a little bit. And there's tremendous cloud cover directly in front of me. Like, obviously you can see, on the horizon there. All right, now we're really picking up speed. I'm doing 11 miles an hour right now, in case anybody's interested. I mean, if I'm going to document, I may as well throw out some of those facts. That's the whole crux of these videos. If you get down to the bottom line, like, what am I doing? Why do I drive around and record video? with a camera on my car. Documentation. I'm a document. I just document the reality of the drive and what it looks like in front of you, really for the future. I mean, I'm doing it for people that like to watch it now. They live in different parts of the country. I mean, it's not that I'm doing it for them, but they are people that enjoy them. The feedback that I get is folks that haven't lived in Norwich for many, many years, many decades, in many cases, 40, 50, 60 years, and they, in their YouTube feed, they just happen to run across one of my videos, and they're thrilled because they haven't. I mean, these are unique. I mean, it's a lot of territory is covered, and I mean a lot. I got hundreds of videos up there on YouTube, and they enjoy it. They see it. They go, "Oh, wow, this is, this guy's driving right past my house the other day. Some of you drove right past my house. Haven't seen it in many, many years." It's kind of a thrill. But again, these are documents. This is a documentary. And I just think future, even 20 years from now, what's the world going to look like? What's this Norwich going to look like 40 years from now? I won't be around, but somebody will be looking at this thing, saying, "Wow, man, check it out. 40 years ago, this is Norwich." Not this particular video, but all my other videos, and many, many other towns, New London, Groton, whatever. I cover the entire, mainly southeastern Connecticut, plus a ton of other things, but that's the main focus. But I think that's the real, that's where the action is, the future potential of these videos. I've mentioned this in the past. I mean, that'd be like, if you grew up in the 60s or 70s or whatever, and you just fell upon a YouTube channel where some person recorded hours and hours and hours of video driving around all the areas you used to hang out and all the roads and everything, the way things were, the cars, the older buildings, the buildings that have now been demolished, this store used to be there, and that, whatever, the way it was. I think you'd love it. I mean, I would, but it's stuff like that does not exist due to the fact that the technology back then didn't lend itself to really capturing video on the scale that I'm doing it now. It'd be nothing's impossible, but it would be cost prohibitive. You would need film mounted on a vehicle driving. It's just the volume that I'm putting out, the voluminous, I mean, just hundreds and hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, hundreds of hours of video driving around these areas like I do would be close to impossible. I'll phrase it that way. To do in the, let's say, 60s, 70s, before these little cameras existed where you could do this type of thing. I mean, we're in the golden era of, this style of video capture, if somebody wants to do something like this. I would definitely consider this the golden era. I mean, it's going to get better. The golden era is going to just... We're right around the corner now from a couple of breakthrough cameras in this same style that are coming out. I mean, it could be today. I mean, within, the next week or two. I mean, announcements have been made, rumors have been, leaks and things like that about camera specs. This type of camera, small camera, you can mount on a car or motorcycle or whatever, bike. You see dirt bike gentlemen and women and people out in the middle of the woods, dirt bike, and they mount one of these cameras on their bike and they go for a ride and they record it. Well, there's a couple of new cameras, leaks, videos, little pictures have been leaked of them and specifications and all that. So we're on the cusp of another kind of leap in quality. You probably won't notice it that much, but it will enable, for example, me to do, maybe some lower light work. I do some stuff in the evening now, but it's limited. I might be able to do some night work. I hope I can. That all has to do with the sensor being very small on these. It's difficult to get a clean video image at night. I mean, it depends on where you are, but if it's real dark. See, now it's overcast, which is good. So hopefully these clouds envelop everything, and that'll allow me to do this in one take. I mean, I don't expect it, but that's my hope. So right now, complete cloud cover, and that's excellent. As we are at a complete 100% standstill. Translation: we ain't moving. So I'm going to assume that I use the term tow truck. There is no more towing that I've seen around here. You never see cars towed. They're pulled up onto a flatbed vehicle, and the car is mounted. It's on the back of the flatbed, and they drive it to whatever location that these folks house the vehicles. I'm assuming it's some form of crash or accident or something. I mean, it's only a twist of fate that I'm on this road right now. I got a decent amount of gas. I don't have to worry about that. But it's only through a twist of fate. If I went straight and I didn't come off that exit, I would have never give this a thought. But I figured I'd get some wide views of the very interesting cloud cover and the potential for some foliage action, a little bit. Not much. I mean, there's not a lot of leaves left. But I'm going to guess right now that there's something going on, because we were moving a little bit, and now, again, we're at a complete standstill. So something is going on right now. There's some kind of maneuver being made. I can see probably a half a mile ahead of me up to a bridge. And it's a dead standstill down there. So whatever it is beyond that. Anyways, I was talking about the harsh shadowing. See that Toyota Tacoma truck in front of us again? Now look at the shadow now. See? It's soft. It's non-existent. When the sun was on it initially, when I was talking about it earlier, to the left of that vehicle, to our left, was a very harsh shadow. Now there's no shadow there. So that benefits me in my driving. Now, this drive is going to be, I mean, this thing turned out to be me capturing the great traffic jam of the Halloween of 2025 in Norwich, Connecticut. This is, if it's 100 years from now and you want to relive the traffic jam of 2025, here it is. But this is probably the most hardcore. I mean, if I was a different kind of person, I was like, whoa, I'm going to be late for work, and, I got some person in the vehicle with me that needs to get to the hospital. I mean, I'd have a problem on my hands. But I don't have any deadlines. I don't have to be anywhere at any specific time, and I'm pretty much all set. If you're still hanging with me right now, you're watching this video, you are in the super fan category. You are in the elite crowd, all-star crowd. No question about it. Dedication, for sure. I mean, I'm kind of mesmerized by watching the cars on 395 north coming at me over there. I hope you take a look at that camera. It's hard for me to see that camera from this vantage point. I mean, it's a tiny screen. But this is, right now, this particular, time frame during this traffic jam, I'm going to guess this is the most significant portion of the video of complete non-movement. So it just leads me to believe, from a logic standpoint, there's a maneuver being done up there to load vehicles onto the flatbed tow truck. Potentially. Maybe cleaning up hazardous materials on the road. Fuel. Glass. Metal, shards of metal. I don't know. I'll be interested to read about this thing if there's any press on this, or if there's any even a Facebook, somebody that maybe witnessed something. Or now, one good taking a look. One good aspect of this thing right now is we're 100% covered with very thick clouds right now. So we've achieved my preferred filming conditions, or video recording conditions. Now it's just a matter of getting a little movement. Yeah, this is going to be like a Warhol. This is going to be like an Andy Warhol movie. Andy Warhol made a movie. Go ahead and look it up on. It's on YouTube. It's called Empire. He trained a camera. This is back, film on the Empire State Building. No people, just kind of the upper portion of the building, straight shot. And just left the camera. It might be an 8-hour movie, 9 hours, 7 hours. It's an incredibly long movie. Again, it's an art form, and people with knowledge of his, the point he was trying to get across, would be able to have a really good explanation for what it meant, or at least the potential meanings that film Empire had. I've seen portions of it in museums. There was a Warhol exhibit in Hartford, Connecticut at one point, and they were running that film. I mean, again, it's on YouTube. You can take a break from this video right now and go take a look at it. But this thing right now, I feel like this is a Warholian situation we got going on here. There's another interesting Andy Warhol video on YouTube. It's very famous. He sits down at a table, very simple table, and the camera's shooting straight on. He's, dead center of the frame. And it's like, I don't know if it's McDonald's or Burger King, whatever. It's a fast food thing. So Andy Warhol unpackages everything, takes it out of the bag, takes a cop just heading down the road there to the right. Andy Warhol takes the hamburger and takes everything out of the bag, fries. I think there's a soda there. And he then removes the hamburger from the wrapping, and he has ketchup there, and he has French fries and his drink. And he simply eats the hamburger and fries and everything. That's the video. I mean, it's just... And people are thinking, okay, wait a minute. This guy, Andy Warhol, is one of the great artists of ever. I mean, he's up there with the greats. He is one of the greats. What in the world does this mean? One of the interpretations is, and it's probably accurate, is that the mundane things in life, such as eating a hamburger and French fries, the things that we do every day, are important. And they're, it's significant to give them the proper attention or to accept them as meaningful. Everything. I'm sitting in this car right now in a traffic jam. I mean, this is a meaningful experience. This is a experience that is typical, and some would say very mundane, not unusual. But people in general don't think that way. But Andy Warhol is trying to force people in the video of him eating the hamburger, the interpretation anyways, of that is to force people to, relish the mundane in life, to take it as being significant rather than mundane, and to pay attention to it. So you can check that video out on YouTube. Now I see flashing lights down there. Police officer, a vehicle that said police on the side of it. I didn't see whether it was state police, Norwich. I didn't catch. It was to my right, and that went by, and there's a lot of cars there, and it's hard to make it out. But that's about a half a mile ahead. So he or she is under that bridge area or near that area with the lights flashing. So that's how far that police vehicle got and then stopped. So whatever happened, I mean, I can only imagine that behind me on, 395 is an absolute insane. This is Halloween, so there's a little bit more traffic than normal. Not that Halloween's a big traffic day, but people go to the store, get candy, whatever, transport people from point A to point B, parties or going over with family or whatever it is. I would love to know. Again, if I could throw a drone up right now, I don't own a drone, and I wouldn't do it here. It would be ridiculous, but I would be curious as to how far back this goes. This could go, I have no idea. Griswold, Plainfield. It probably goes on forever. It's 3 p.m. right now. Okay, we've been sitting here for a while. I am very tempted to straight up do this video, just edit out the first portion and the last portion and just do the traffic jam. I think it's potential. I'm going to look at the video. If I have other stuff that I don't care that much about, I'm going to release this as being in a traffic jam. This is could garner minimal amount of views. I don't care. I'm documenting. Let's think Warhol here. This is a one of a kind. I don't know. I'll do a search later on. Are there any YouTube videos or any videos on any format or, social media anywhere that show a person in the middle of a complete shutdown that we're in right now on a highway anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, that actually recorded video of it for an extended period of time, the entire thing, and released it to the public to view. I would say no. If they did, it would be something that I would never think of. There's thousands and thousands of cars out here now, behind me. Maybe tens of thousands. I don't know. The numbers are going to be getting, off the charts. Now, if people have Waze, W-A-Z-E, it's an app that you can get on your phone that tells you there is a traffic situation ahead of you. It's bumper to bumper, and they'll divert traffic off of, exits and back roads and this, type of situation, just to alleviate them from, or to prevent them from jumping right into the traffic jam. But I think I caught this, I would say, it's a theory, but not too long after whatever happened, assuming it's an accident. Now, with the tens of thousands of cars behind me, I don't know, thousands, tens of, whatever the number is, there has to be a percentage of those vehicles that, a very tiny percentage, 1%, 2%, whatever it is, where there's a problem with somebody in the vehicle. Maybe somebody's sick. Maybe somebody has, I don't know, medication that they need that's at home, and this, you know, traffic jam situation. They need to get home. They're diabetic or, you know, asthma, or I have no idea. Whatever, you know, certain situations that could lend themselves to being dangerous. Okay, wait a minute now. I just saw a flatbed truck up ahead leave the frame, and a large truck, looks like a big 18-wheeler. Okay, traffic appears to be moving. I don't know if it's just a little bit of the traffic that they're allowing to go to clear things up, or... No, it looks okay. Wait a minute, folks. I got a funny feeling this could be it. I think the flatbed truck must have hauled off the accident, the car that was I'm assuming that was involved in the accident. We're going to find out. We're going to start moving soon. I mean, I don't know. I said we're going to find out. I'll see if I can get some visuals on glass or whatever. Anything. I mean, skid marks, whatever. I got my eyes peeled. It's odd how long it takes for again, I'm estimating a half a mile ahead. It's odd how long it takes for all those vehicles are moving up there, yet it hasn't transferred to us yet. I don't think it's going to be long, but that's an interesting phenomenon. To see traffic freely moving up ahead at a decent pace, and it has not translated to us moving yet. I'm sure there's a mathematical, physics explanation for that. Okay, so we're moving. Take it slow here. I'll keep my eyes open. So I'm gonna somewhere down around that bridge is that's the theory of where this accident, I assume accident occurred. So let me see here. Keep an eye open for any evidence of that. So it was right under this bridge where some of the activity was. I don't see anything here. Yeah, well, to the right there is some discoloration in the road. That could be fuel. Okay, wait a minute. Back there a little bit. Yeah, there's debris in the road. So they did a good job of cleaning up. There is still a little bit of residual, I don't know, shattered plastics that are on a car. So, okay, we're freely moving again. I'm gonna I think I kind of want to do a full-blown traffic jam video. So I'm going to take the next exit. I mean, I had planned on doing a cloud, wind, Halloween video, but I mean, I don't know what, this Halloween, it's just the day. I mean, visually things aren't going to look any different just because it's Halloween, but I'm going to take the next exit, work my way back, and this is going to be a 100% dedicated to that traffic jam. I know it's unusual. But that's the way I'm gonna roll with this one. So maybe I'll have to do a little voiceover. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But I'm going to drive up. I'm going to get off the next exit. And I'm going to go back up 395 for consistency. And this is going to be a traffic jam video. I mean, great overcast skies, and I might do a video later on today where I can do something in the evening, not dark, but as evening starts to fall. Okay, so I'm going to get off this exit here. I'm going to get back onto 395 as soon as I can. Perfect conditions right now. 100% overcast. Flawless video recording atmosphere for my taste, and for that of many of the great cinematographers in Hollywood. Believe me, I'm not comparing myself to, Richard Deakins, some of the legendary, the greatest of the greats. I'm not making that comparison, but that's what they like, and I can see why they like it. I understand where they're coming from. We got a red light. There's a ton of traffic on the road in front of us right now, probably because of this highway thing. These traffic jams on major roadways have a tendency to really negatively impact small towns in the area with overwhelming amounts of traffic, because people get off the exit and just stream into these towns. Okay. All right, let's get back on to... Hopefully we can make this green light. Well, this green light doesn't matter that much if this car is coming in the opposite direction. Let's see if we can pull this off. We may have to wait for a red light. Doesn't matter. This video is all about waiting patiently. It'd be funny, like this is the opposite of a viral video. This is the antithesis of, a 30-second Instagram reel that has 4 million views of some guy, doing a backflip in the middle of a mall or something. This is the polar opposite of that. But I'm sticking with the Andy Warhol idea. Embrace the mundane. Celebrate the mundane moments in life. So we're getting back onto 395 North. And I'm going to end the video. I'll do 395, get off an exit in Norwich town. I'll end the video at that exit. And I'll begin the video. I'm going to cut out the entire first portion of this video. You guys are wondering, gee, I wonder what it was. It wasn't anything. It wasn't thrilling or anything like that. It's nothing, If it was, I would not be getting rid of it. So 395 North, we're officially on it. There's still cars on the, on the left portion over there. You can see 395 South. I mean, obviously traffic's moving at a decent pace now, but so I got to keep in mind when I roll off 395 North, that's when this video ends. So it's Halloween. It's October 31st, 2025, Friday. Right now it's 3:14 p.m. And I was in a significant traffic jam. Took, I don't know, I have no idea, half an hour, potentially longer, I do not know. But on the way back, we can absorb visually some of the conditions. Beautiful clouds, heavy wind, gusts up 40 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts are potential today. I mean, right now I'm probably getting 35 maybe. But if you look over at the opposite section, right around there is where the accident was. So we're going to roll up the road here. It's a decent amount of cars on the other side. It's residual from that traffic jam. This will be my first traffic jam video. A little bit of the aftermath. Never done one before. You can't plan to do one, they just happen. I'm going to try to find out what it appeared to be debris in the road, so there was some form of an accident of some kind. I'm going to try to find out information about the specifics. Hopefully no fatalities, no injuries. I didn't see any ambulances. I mean, these 395, this is significant speed on this road, 65 mile per hour speed limit. People routinely do 80. So if there is an accident, I mean, fatalities and, serious injuries not out of the question. But again, seeing no ambulance is a good sign. Still a lot of traffic over there on the other side of the road there. So I'm coming up to my exit. I gotta kind of try to weave my way in here. And I'm gonna end the video down once I get off that exit. So an unusual drive today, to be sure. Definitely a one of a kind for me. This video is over.